Do you struggle with motivating people to take action? And have you ever considered that possibly they're demotivated because they feel micromanaged? I've seen a lot of micromanagement happen when someone moves from being an individual contributor to a leader. So, an individual contributor is the subject matter expert within the team. And often you go for a team leader position because of the street cred that you've been given, right? So you really do know how to do the activities or the tasks that your team are currently carrying out. But what happens when you step up into that leadership position? Sometimes you fall into the try harder trap, and your efforts to help your team members along can be perceived as micromanagement. So, what do you do to get people to take the right action? I know that the leadership programs that you've probably done so far say that you delegate, you check in, and then you provide them feedback. Well, there's one missing element that no one is talking about. And I call it the motivation trifecta, and it comes from self-determination theory. And what this motivation trifecta is about helping people be intrinsically motivated to take action. There's three elements to the motivation trifecta. The first one is knowing why, and the knowing why is being truly connected to the activity and how it contributes to the team or the business's objectives. Often we talk about tasks and we delegate tasks without giving people the bigger picture on why or how that task contributes to the greater goals. So as a leader, that's your first step, making sure that the team member really truly understands the know why. The second step is know how. Now, this is really tricky. Knowing how is not just about knowledge on how to do the task. It goes deeper into having the knowledge so much that it feels like mastery. It's an unconscious competence. What often we do as leaders is that we assume that others know the knowledge that we have. It's actually called the curse of knowledge. We think everyone knows it, right? So when we're delegating tasks to other people, we forget to coach them so that they too can be masters of that activity, so much so that it's an unconscious competence. Remember that you may have been suffering from the curse of knowledge, and there's a little bit more coaching that you need to do with that particular team member so that they fully know the steps to complete that particular task. And eventually they will master that activity so much that they don't have to think about it again. And that, my lovely, is unconscious competence. The final one is autonomy. And that's the sense of control over the task. Again, particularly if we've gone from individual contributor to a team leader, we often know how we would do the task, and we prescribe that for our team member and let them know how they should be doing it. But have you ever considered that that person needs a sense of control over the way that they carry out that task? They may not want to do it exactly the way that you're doing it. So give them a little bit of space so that they too can find their rhythm and have the autonomy to complete that task in their very own way. So that's it, my lovely, the 3 steps on how you get people into action.